All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is Lilice. Her father is a university professor
Yes.
at the University of Valladolid.
Valladolid.
Valladolid. Thank you for correcting me. And he studies history and mystical culture about the Mayans. And his daughter also studies that also. So I invited her on my podcast so we could learn more about magic, the culture of the Mayan people, and the mystery behind it.
Yes.
So here we go. All right. How you doing?
Yes. Fine, not bad.
Good, good. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell me a little more. So you're telling me there's shamans. There's Mayan shamans.
Yes.
There's
There
good
are-
ones and bad ones.
Yes. The good ones can heal you. Like if you're sick, you just go with them,
Okay.
and they can heal you like a doctor.
Okay. Tell me the story of how they healed your boyfriend,
Oh, yes.
this shaman.
It was
He's here too.
It is funny. He had a headache,
Okay.
a really bad headache. So we have heard about a shaman that heals people and everything. So we drove there, and just like a doctor ask you about what do you want and what do you have. So the shaman only broke an egg.
Okay.
He gave you the egg. Gave him the egg.
Gave him the egg.
Yes,
Okay.
gave him the egg.
Because you were telling me earlier that the reason he went to the shaman is because he had a headache for months
Yes,
and it
from
was hurting
3
bad.
months.
So it was like a migraine. He was throwing up,
Yes.
and he took medicine. It didn't help.
It didn't. It didn't.
Nothing
I mean,
helped.
it helped, but like 2 hours.
2 hours.
And then again the hurt.
Okay. And
So-
it was kind of like the last resort. Like, okay, we need to do something.
Yes,
not stopping.
it was desperate.
Okay.
So the shaman gave him the egg
Okay.
just for like 5 seconds, and then my boyfriend gave him
The egg
to the
back?
shaman back
Okay.
the egg. So he broke it in a glass, and the shaman saw that my boyfriend has a headache without my boyfriend told the shaman that he has it.
So he just went there and he didn't say he had a headache.
Yes.
Okay.
Only from the egg in the
Okay.
glass. So after that, my boyfriend go out of the office from
Okay.
the shaman, and like 10 minutes, he said that, come here. Here is my room surgery. When I will do the surgery, so
Surgery, like real surgery, like
yes,
operating room surgery.
it
Okay.
was just like a bed,
Yeah,
and with the kind of knife, a little knife,
a little knife.
and he just lay there.
Okay.
And my boyfriend says that he felt like it was cutting him
Okay.
just in the forehead.
The front of the forehead,
Yes,
And
and
the back of the knot.
yes.
Okay.
So he says that it hurt a little, but not like a real surgery. So, but it wasn't blood
Okay.
in there. The shaman after that only bended him.
Bandaged. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
with
Okay.
bandage.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And that's all. I
That's
mean,
it. No blood.
no blood.
No blood. And
No blood, no open him, nothing. And the shaman says that don't eat spicy food, don't take this till tomorrow.
don't take it off until tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's all.
And then tomorrow came and boom.
Yeah.
He's
and it's a year ago
Uh-huh.
that he no headache. No, it's okay. Also, he drank some beers,
Mm-hmm.
and the day after it, he had the headache. So he drinks beer, and the
headache
in the
started again?
morning it's okay.
Oh, okay.
There's no
Now it's okay.
no problem.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Good. And how much did he have to pay the shaman? Or the shaman just said, "Give me whatever you want."
No, it was a specific price.
It was a specific
Was
price.
less. I'm not sure about the price.
Okay.
But it was less than 1,000.
Less than 1,000, so less than
Yes.
$50.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
Hey,
yes,
if it worked, it worked. So you're telling me that there's shamans that are good, and then there's shamans that are bad.
The bad shamans, those made brujeria.
Brujeria.
brujeria. They work
The dark magic.
with dark magic,
Okay.
and
And
they can sell the black magic to specific people.
uh
Like, for example, you go to a bad shaman
huh.
and you said that I don't like him, for example, no,
Someone owes you money
and
and
you
you don't like them.
yes,
Okay.
so you gave the bad shaman the name of the person that you don't like,
Okay.
and just the shaman asks you about what you want to from for that person,
Okay.
and he can do it.
Okay. But do you have to pay the shaman money, or the
Yes.
shaman wants something else from you,
No, no, no. Is I mean,
or he wants something else, like you better do something for me
no, no, no. I think it's only for money.
for money? So
Yeah,
they do it for money. Okay.
for
They
money.
don't do it for like I want your soul.
No, 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 no. Those when it's about soul,
Mm-hmm.
it is from the shaman. Like, if you want to be a shaman, you
Yeah.
have to make a sacrifice. You know, it was a story
You want to be a
from
bad shaman or a good shaman?
a shaman in general.
You have to make the sacrifice.
You have to make. I mean, if you don't have any family
Uh huh.
that are shamans and you want to be a shaman,
Okay.
it was a story. I'm not sure
A
what's the
Mayan
name.
shaman.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I'm not sure what is the small bill, but it was near from here, from Valladolid,
Okay.
that a woman wants to be a, a, a bruja.
Yes.
So she, I mean, the other shamans told her that he has to sacrifice her son. It
Mm-hmm.
was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So if she sacrifices his son, she will be a bruja.
Wow. I heard this in Hollywood. Like they do that in Hollywood, where their kids accidentally die if they want to be really famous or for the next movie. But here, by the way, this town is very small. It's 3 hours away from Cancun.
Cancun, yes.
Um, it's a small town, about 10,000 people,
Yes.
right? About 10,000. There's
Here.
nothing too much around it. It's
No.
yeah, and yeah, same concept. Okay, and
Okay, so in the middle of that ritual that she was sacrificing her son, um, she, I mean, people didn't know what happened in there, but the woman kind of transformed
mm-hmm,
into an animal,
mm-hmm.
and other people that know about it interrupt the ritual
Why?
because they don't agree with that.
They don't want her to be a witch.
They don't accept
Mm-hmm.
the shamans in general. So they don't want more and more.
Shamans.
Yes.
Okay.
So interrupt the ritual and save
The baby.
the baby, and the woman stays like the animal that she was becoming. So people said that the woman is like the animal in her house, like in
In a
a
cage.
cage.
Really? And
They say
like
so. The
a legend
people.
all over town. And your father told you this?
No, no, no. A teacher, a Mayan teacher
A
told
Mayan
me.
teacher told you this.
Yes,
That okay?
because
At the
he
university.
my university.
At your
Yeah.
university, there's legends like that. That's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's a lot of small towns that have all
Yes.
these legends.
Yeah.
Because it's people talk.
Yes.
Interesting. And
And
many people saw this.
I mean, the people in the small
Yeah,
bill.
yeah.
Yes.
And you're telling me that in order for people to become Mayan shamans, when they're babies, they just wander off into the forest.
Uh,
Sometimes they just go into the forest and then they come back
and
like
they
20 years later.
and then is when they are shamans. But those are the beliefs that the people has, that just they someone called the
Some,
children from the forest,
hmm.
and children goes and they are lost, even if the people, I mean, their families look for them,
They won't find
they
them.
won't find them.
So they don't go into the forest. They go into somewhere else.
Yes. So
Ooh.
when they came back 20 years later,
They're
they
men
are
or women.
shamanes.
And to be a shamanist, is it only men or men and women?
I think men and women.
Okay.
It is. I mean, I've heard about women that are shamans.
Mm-hmm.
They don't work with bad magic.
Mm-hmm.
They work with,
Good magic.
they heal you from the bad magic,
Okay.
because I mean you're a normal person, and someone told a shaman that hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had it, you don't know, but you feel sick every time. You don't success in your things. I mean, those are the beliefs. So you go to a woman that is shaman,
Mm-hmm.
and she can heals you.
Chicken. Okay.
Yeah,
Like
in my
reverse.
family, yeah, in my family, was a story that in the land, in the house, was a bad magic, but it was from the land, not from the person, from the people there.
Was it
It was
because
from the land.
someone was buried there, maybe, or they don't know?
We don't know,
It's from the land. Okay,
but
got
it's
it.
from the land.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're there, you're sick, always sick, and the money just you can
Goes
split
away.
it. Yes, and so it was just very constant, and we went to a woman that is shaman,
Okay.
and she also with the egg to the whole family, like passes you the egg, and then she broke it, and she saw that it was bad magic, but not for us specifically.
Right. Someone didn't put it on you. It was
And
just where you are. That's your
yes,
family
yes,
at your house.
yes,
Oh.
because we have here it's called pozo. It's like a hole, like
Poso.
pozo.
A hole.
It has a name, but I
Like a
don't
well,
remember that.
water well, or just a hole.
Just a hole with water,
Okay. Yeah.
like when the people
Yeah.
take
Well.
off.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was a part of that in our land. So the people also believe that those, what was the word?
The well.
The well?
Yeah. Poso.
Yes. Um are Aluxes house. You
Lucius
know?
house.
Yes.
Lucius. Like.
Like kind of duendes.
Oh,
The
duendes.
duendes
Right.
here in Valladolid
Okay. So
is
people.
called Aluxes.
Lucius.
So
So
people,
for duendes, for people that don't know what duendes are, they're the gnomes, where
yes.
those statue gnomes that people put in front of their house, like at their garden. They're like little stone. They're
Yeah.
duendes, and then they're called lucius in
Aluxes.
Spanish. Okay,
Yes.
and I've heard in Spanish culture, and I've seen it on YouTube, where there's like little lucius running
Aluxes.
around. Yeah,
But
like in YouTube, I've seen it. They
oh,
have videos.
okay.
And I know in Mexico it's very big, and I know Mexican culture they warn the kids like be careful,
Yes.
don't follow them.
Yeah,
That
because you can confuse them like with normal people. I mean, they are small,
okay?
but yes, maybe for about the kids can
Yeah.
follow them. Maybe that's why it has a is kind of related with the with that I told you about the shaman.
Uh huh.
We don't know. I mean, we haven't seen more. I mean,
Okay.
more from that, but maybe the Aluxes, if the children follow the Aluxes, is when they became a shaman.
Really?
Maybe,
Maybe. So that's your
maybe.
connection. I've heard
Yes,
there's like bad uh, gnomes or duendes.
yes. There that depends because um each Alux has his own personality.
Okay.
For example, like normal people, there are bad ones and good ones. It depends. For example, my grandfather has a big land, and he says that every year has to make a ritual
Mm-hmm.
with the shamans, but without women.
Without women. So you
Why?
so you
Because they
hmm
think that the land is a female, so it has like
is jealous maybe.
jealous.
Ah, typical.
So
No, I'm just
in the
kidding.
ritual, no women's,
No
only
women.
only men's.
So your grandfather every year he has like he's a farmer
Yes.
and he has big land acres,
Yeah.
and every year he makes a ritual with
From the Aluxes, for the Aluxes.
for the Lucius with shamans with Mayan shamans, and your
Yes.
grandfather does this every year.
Every year.
What kind of ritual? Like they bring food and they leave it out at night, or what?
Yes, the women make the food.
Oh, okay.
And then they take to the place when the shamans are going to make the ritual. So they just there are some kind of here we call jicaras.
Hitaras.
Jicaras is made with a plant that just cut them and then dried it and then it's a
It's
jicara.
it's a food.
No.
It's like a cup.
Is a cup.
I
It's kind
know
of
what
a
it
cup.
is. I saw that today. So it's kind of a cup. You can use it for soup. You can use it to get water.
Yes.
So it's like it's in the shape of a coconut, but it's
Yes.
very thin and it's hard.
Yes.
I saw
those.
that today actually. I saw talk to a different shaman
Yes.
right by the mine,
They use them
and
for
they
that.
told me it's a plant that grows, and it has it, and then you break it,
Yes.
and then you cut it in two pieces.
You
and then
dry them.
Yeah, you dry them, and it becomes very very hard.
Yes.
And Mayan people have used that for thousands of years.
Thousands.
Okay.
So those jicaras use in the ritual
Okay.
and they made like the food. So they put it inside and just take to the land when they're going to make the ritual. So
So and the reason they make the ritual is
the food is for the Aluxes.
for the duendes. Yes, for the
Yes,
lucius. So
for the
so what
duendes.
if your grandfather does not do this? What will happen? The duendes or the lucius they will
It-
be upset.
Yes. It was a month, specific month when you have to do the ritual. So my
Maybe in
grandfather
March. I'm guessing
depends
Depends
on
on
when do you
the Mayan
found
calendar.
the Aluxes. No. It depends. If you found the your Alush in March, will be in March. But
Okay.
if you found him in August, will be in August.
and your
It depends.
and your grandfather has seen a lucius, like he's seen them with his own eyes.
No.
No, is this something
No.
that his father taught him?
It was like he saw that was happening in their farm.
He saw something happen.
Yeah, because I mean, I remember I was there when happened that we were looking for the pigs and
Okay.
everything, the animals that he has there, and he put a beer
Mm-hmm.
just like somewhere.
Yeah, he put it on the table.
Yes.
Let's just say.
And he just went to check on their animals, and when he was back to
Uh-huh.
their beer, to his beer, it wasn't there
The beer cup with the beer was not
with
there.
the beer.
It
No
did
was
not
there.
fall, break. It just
no,
wasn't
no,
there,
just wasn't there.
and there was
We
no
were
one
looking,
else.
no one else. We were me. I mean, my father, my mom, me, and my grandfather.
And it's a big farm. There's no one on the farm.
No one else.
That's interesting. Okay.
So, I asked him, my grandfather, where is the beer? I mean, I was a child, like
Yeah.
5 years old, and my grandfather just said, "Oh, it was a name. I don't remember the name.
Of
I
the
mean, for example, Jaime.
Jaime. Okay.
It was it's Jaime." And I was like, "Who is Jaime?"
Yeah.
I mean, there's no one else here
Okay.
than us. And my grandfather said, the Alush Jaime.
Okay. That's
So
interesting. He gives it. So
he knows it.
he knows it that they're present. He knows it that they're there, and he gives them names.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. And a lot of people here do that, like in the city
In the city, yeah,
or outside the city.
it wasn't here in Valladolid, but it was nearby here. Like Ticuch is the name of the
Town.
of the town.
Okay.
Ticuch.
So,
yes,
Just in general in Mexico, people are very aware of lucius,
Alush.
duendes,
yes,
and this is just normal. So if your grandfather tells someone else that he does this, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, that's good."
yes,
They won't say you're crazy.
Mm, I mean, some people that are
Mm,
young, maybe,
or from the big city?
or from the big cities, were like, "You're joking. It's not real. It's just superstition."
Okay,
But it makes sense because once you make the ritual,
everything's
it
okay.
is okay.
That's
Yes.
interesting.
When you don't do the ritual, you can lost animals like
It's just bad
where.
luck happens.
Yes.
So your grandfather does this just so everything is okay and everything he prospers
Yes.
and nobody bothers him.
No one.
And every time he does it, he's okay.
It's okay. Just it was a month that he forgot
Uh
to make the ritual,
oh.
and their cows, his cows,
Yeah, cows. Yeah.
uh, when in the morning they were like, I don't
D-
know how to say,
dead?
not
Upside
dead.
down? Upside down?
Yes.
They were upside down
And
laying there?
then if he doesn't, if he,
Didn't do the sacrifice. Or not the
no, 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 no,
sacrifice, the ritual.
if I mean, if it the times,
Uh huh.
it like midday,
Yeah.
and he he goes to the farm
Uh huh.
like midday, not in the morning.
Okay.
Maybe it's too late, so the animals die.
Oh, so it was kind of like a warning. Like, hey, wake up and do this from the Aluxes.
Mm,
It was like a process of it's
like
bad luck and they're about to die.
the
So
Aluxes made it in at night.
okay.
So if my grandfather didn't wake in the morning
Mhm.
and they got to check to their cows, to her cows,
Mhm.
and at midday,
Yeah.
cows will be dead.
Okay. So let me get this straight. So he went in the morning. He checked on the cows. The cows were already sick, and
Yes,
then
only sick, not
only
dead.
sick. And then he did the ritual with the Mayan shamans,
Yes,
and then everything's okay.
everything was
So
okay.
the cows came back.
No, no, no,
Not
no,
came
no.
back like they came back to full health.
But not in that day.
It took a couple days.
It, I mean, he made the ritual like after those days,
Uh huh.
and it after the ritual, no, it was it. The cows were okay.
The cows were okay.
Yes.
Cool.
I don't know if I explain myself,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah. I completely understand. He did the ritual within a few
was
days, and
fine.
everything was fine.
Yes.
So even if there was bad luck, maybe the Lucius they stopped the bad luck.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I understand. And you're telling me that there's two towns where they have different shamans, and these shamans they don't like each other,
Yes.
so they're fighting each other, and a lot of people know this.
A lot of people,
Or
yeah.
they hear.
I mean, from those small bills,
Uh huh.
knows that um Titnub and Chichumila.
Nope, and Chichimita,
Yes.
and then they don't like each other.
They don't like each
So
other.
they
So
use black magic. You were saying on each
black
other.
magic to hurt the shamans. Like, I think they want to destroy the shamans so they can be the only ones.
So one city wants to destroy the other city's shamans, but they're
Yes.
both shamans.
Yes, they were shamans.
They're not like one's a bruja, one's a shaman, or
No, no, no,
one's
no,
a
no.
wizard.
Is in general.
Okay.
They think that only the bad shamans from each city
Hmm.
are the ones that are in the war.
Oh, so it's not like the whole city.
No,
Only the bad ones.
only the bad ones.
But do the bad ones also affect the good ones in the city? Because the bad ones from the other city could do some bad stuff to the good ones.
It was, it is interesting because, for example, Tidnub sent to the shamans to Chichimila.
Mm.
So also the principal, I don't know, the president from
President,
Chichimila,
the mayor, maybe.
the major,
Yeah, the city
uh,
cat. Okay, I got it.
knows about the war between them,
Yeah.
and he made a,
Public statement.
but from, I mean, it was a rule. I don't know the name
A
in
law.
English. Toque de queda.
A
That you cannot. I mean, you're from Chichimila,
yeah.
so you have from 8 a.m. to 5
Uh huh.
p.m. to make your things in the city.
So
But
the,
after 5, you cannot go
Oh,
out from your house.
like COVID city curfew, like a curfew. Like when you're a kid, you can't go out after
Yes.
5 p.m.
Yes,
Like
you
that.
stay at home.
Really?
Yes.
Because of the whole war. The
Because of
whole. Wait a minute.
the
Wait a
whole
minute. Okay.
city. So
Okay. Now.
after 5, no one goes out. Only the shamans. Only the
Really.
shamans.
So
Because they have to fight with the bad shamans.
so, and this was a law that the mayor passed, said that there's a curfew after 5 p.m. You
No
are not
one.
allowed to go outside. And the reason for this is because there's a war going on between two different shamans.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. It was.
Publicly.
Yes.
And it was in the news, in the city
It
news.
was only in the city news.
It was only in the city news.
Yes, because
And it's not something made up like folklore. It's legitly in the news, in the city.
what?
Like, it's not like, oh, someone made up the story.
Ah, no,
No,
no, no, no. The whole city
the whole
know
city
about
knows
it.
about it. Both cities.
Both cities.
Only the shamans can go out.
Only the shamans. I mean, for they can fight with the
That's interesting. I'm gonna look into that. And what's the name of the city that did this?
Chichimila.
Chichimila.
Mila.
Not
It's 10
Chichen Itza.
minutes. No, no, no.
Chichinila.
Chichimila.
It's 10 minutes from here.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that story.
Yes.
When did this happen?
Oh, we're not sure.
Well, like 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
No, it was
Like recent?
10 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't ask because I have some friends there, but I didn't ask
When
maybe,
it happened?
yeah,
But they know it happened.
their fathers. Maybe it is more than 10 years.
I'll look into it.
Yes.
Okay.
More than 10 years because I'm just 22 years
Yeah.
old, so maybe
Okay. So
when
okay,
they
got
were
it.
child.
When they're a child. So anywhere from 10 to 20 years ago.
Yes.
Okay, got it. That's very interesting. I need to really look into that. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And let's just say so different cultures have different practices of magic.
Hmm.
Has there ever been like scientists that come out and they maybe try to learn from the shamans or nah, they don't,
Scientists?
or probably not, huh? Yeah, the
No.
scientists don't like
No.
magic. Yeah,
Even when the babies got sick,
babies gets it. Yeah.
there is a story that if a drunk man saws the baby, uh, saw the baby, and the drunk man gives
Bad
like a
energy.
bad energy. So
Really?
the baby is like diarrhea, has diarrhea, and is crying all the time. And the family from the baby go with the doctor,
Uh-huh.
and the doctor is
N-
like, I don't know what he has. So the family with the doctor says that he doesn't know. They already know that they have to go with the shaman,
They have to go to a shaman
for the shaman can heal the baby
with the egg, or maybe
with the
different
egg.
ways. Whatever.
I
they
had
s-
it, so that's why my father told
You-
me that you had a
Your father, the college professor, took
yes,
you to a shaman to practice
yes,
this.
yes.
Awesome.
When
I
I
love the
was a
story.
baby, when I
I
was a
love it.
baby,
I like it. I like it.
yes.
Your father has logic. And so yeah, that's good. Did he take you to a doctor first and then he took you to a shaman?
And first the doctor said, I don't know what she has.
Mm-hmm.
I um I had medicine and everything, but it didn't work.
Okay.
So my father said, it is not from a doctor, it has to be with a shaman. So it's a culture
It's a cultural thing.
that
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand.
is really known.
Good. I like it. Because okay, this is what I like. A lot of times when you talk about magic or things like that, they're like, "Ah, get out of here, this that." But in your culture, I found out today, it's
Yeah.
universally accepted. But that's good and it
Yes.
works.
Yes.
That's
yes.
awesome. But, I mean, it worked, right? You're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it worked on your boyfriend,
Yeah.
right? With-
Without headache.
Yeah, without a headache. That's awesome.
Yeah. There's also a small town that is really know about shamanes, but good shamanes.
What town
It
is
is
this?
called Shoken.
Shoken.
Shoken. Each small town has a specific saint
Uh-huh.
that we pray for.
Okay.
So Shoken has a big. It's called Cruz Verde. In English, is a green cross.
Green crows?
The cross.
Cross. Green
Yes.
cross. Okay.
Green cross. It's a big one. So they think that it makes miracles.
If you touch the cross?
If you pray,
To the cross.
yes.
Yeah. So okay.
It's like if you pray to God, you'll be fine. So the people there, if they pray for to the cross, they
Mhm.
will be fine.
Okay, got it.
So the good shamans from there also, they are not with God, but they are with the cross,
There with the cross.
and they are good shamans.
Okay, that's interesting. What was the name of the city again? One more time.
Shoken,
Shotian. How far is it from
Shoken
here?
is same that Chimila, 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. Ah, that's what I like. Okay,
Yes.
good. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that next time I come here for sure. I'll let you guys know. We can go down there. Yeah.
Yes, I
Hey,
like
why
it.
not? If they're good shamans.
Yes.
Yeah. What else? What would you say is the difference between like being a bruja, a witch, and being a shaman?
A shaman.
Is
Yes,
there a difference?
is really different. I mean, the bruja are more from big cities.
Okay.
Like, no, no, they don't belong to the Mayan culture.
Yeah.
Like, they don't
So
make the same work.
got it. Got it.
But those are they are similars.
They're
They
similar.
have some.
They use energy.
Yeah, they use energy.
So shamans are only Mayan culture. Period.
Shaman. Shaman is a
Well,
word.
yeah,
It's a
shaman.
Mayan word.
It's a Mayan word
Yes,
because they have them
shaman.
in Peru too, right by uh what do they call it? Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
Yeah, they have shamans there too, but they do ayahuasca. It's
Okay.
a little different.
Mm, it is. I think it was a Mayan word, but Machu Picchu. I'm not sure what
The
culture.
Peru,
Yeah.
they have like shamans there.
They they also in Chiapas
Chiapas,
are shaman.
shamanic.
Yeah,
They call them
but
shamanic or
shamanes.
shamanes. Okay,
So it is similar, but not always is the same specific. They will have like a specific thing
okay,
that would make the difference between each state or something.
nice. And how do you know if they're a good shaman or a bad one?
Like,
If they're good or they're bad, or
mm,
you cannot really
I
tell.
think it no, you cannot, because people know.
They know of them. Like, okay, so the whole town, it's a small town. They know of them. Like, you're sick. Oh, go to Hector.
Go to
He will help
specific
you.
person, like,
Okay,
not,
got it.
I don't know, Luis. That is a good shaman.
So, okay. So they're like medicine
But
man?
yes,
They're like the town medicine man
yes.
without doing medicine. Or they
But
do magic medicine.
if you need something from the shaman, ask people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to make bad magic.
Oh,
People will know with
really?
who you have to go. But if you want just to heal yourself, people also know where do you have to go.
Okay. And there's other. Tell me the story of it was your grandfather, right? When he was young, and he saw a ghost.
Shtabai.
A
It
what?
is it is kind of ghost.
A,
We call them a soul.
a soul. Well, yeah,
Shtabai
yeah. I
is the
guess yeah.
name.
Shtabai. So not a witch, but a shtabai.
Is we can make the word from for
Or
the witch.
a mystical creature
Yes, it's
that
more
lives in the
mystical.
forest. So the story is that these shabai,
Shtabai
shtabai, they lure drunken men into the forest.
into the
They're beautiful
forest
girls.
with the long
Oh,
hair,
just the way I like
with
them.
the white dress.
They lure drunken men into the forest, and then you never see these drunken men again.
No, no one.
And everyone in town has heard stories of this.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It's the same description from the people that has seen her.
Mhm.
They say that it was white dress with a
Mhm.
long hair.
Beautiful girl.
Beautiful, a beautiful woman. So yeah, my grandfather saw her, and he was driving to Valladolid. He was in, I don't know, the small town.
And he was drunk, and he was
Yes,
driving.
really drunk, and it happens here.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
Yeah, I guess.
so he was with a friend,
Okay.
and my grandfather, like, he's like he likes flirting
with girls.
Yes, so
And he was young and he was drunk. Okay, we understand. Okay.
he went to check on the girl that
Mm.
he saw on
Oh,
the
señorita, are
highway.
you okay?
Yes,
Ah,
the
okay,
typical
okay.
question. Are
Uh
you
huh.
okay? Would you like
Uh huh.
to
Come
a
home with me.
ride?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're alone. And
He
the
was with his
woman,
friend, right? He
yes,
was
with his
driving with his
friend.
friend. Okay.
And the girl just told him that she was lost and she would like to go with them. But the friend of my grandfather saw their feet, so there was no feet. So he
She was floating.
floating.
It wasn't like wet feet or like cow feet or crow feet.
Nothing. It
Okay.
was nothing under under him, under her. So the friend called called my grandfather and told him that, look, what are you with who you're talking about,
Okay.
because it has no fit. So just come here and just go to Valladolid.
Okay.
So my grandfather saw her like
Head to
from the
toe.
top, yeah,
Yep. He should have done it in the beginning.
and like ignore her
Oh, he was drunk.
and back to the car
So he
and
just
drive.
walked back to the car, pretend nothing happened, got into the car and drove.
And
Was his friend drunk too? Or
I
not?
don't think so.
His friend was
No,
not drunk.
was not
And he
drunk.
was the drunk driver, and his friend was sober, and his friend pointed it out. Interesting. Good. What
Yes.
I like the most about your city is like it's like, oh yeah, no, it's normal. They're
It's
shamans. Yeah, it's a normal thing. Like what? What are you talking about? But I like it. But that's it, because a lot of cultures don't really accept it.
Yes.
But when I talk to different people, like even today, like one of the person I talked to, he showed me those things, and he said he's a shaman too. He was a tour guide,
Yes.
but he showed me some rocks and things like that. He's like, I practice this. I
Oh.
do ceremonies sometimes. He's
Yes.
like, I meditate. So there's a lot of that here, because it's a very old culture. He's a Mayan too. He's like I'm like a 10th generation Mayan, 12th generation.
Yes.
So it's very very old culture.
Those touristic ones,
But
I
no,
mean, people
I,
in town
hmm
said that are not the original ones.
uh,
They made works with energy, but they are not the originals. Like the the people that learn from the forest or
right.
from their families that are the original ones. So they learned from someone else.
Okay.
I don't know if
Yeah, that does
it's
make sense. So
clear.
they do it for more like commercial, or they do it for
Yes,
because of money. But the real ones that learned from like their father
their
taught it from them,
families.
their grandfather taught it from them, those
Yes.
are the more powerful ones. So can you actually learn to become a shaman, or do you have to be born with it, or it's in your family?
You have to be born with it. If you want to learn, you can. I mean, I know that you can learn.
You can learn that stuff.
Yes,
Okay.
but you have to have a gift
You have to
for
have
you
a
can
gift.
see things
Got
like
it.
the egg. You know,
Yeah,
like
I don't
you
know how that
cannot
works.
see a specific thing
Uh
from an
huh.
egg, so you have to the gift.
You have to have the gift. Okay, great. Got it. Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for coming out. Do you have any advice for anyone that, let's just say, they're traveling to Mexico, they want to come out here, and then they get sick, they go to the doctor, and the doctor says, hey, you know what, I don't know what's wrong. Do you have any advice for them?
Go to a shaman.
Yep, there we go. That's
Go
that's
to a
us.
shaman
Go to a shaman and see what's going on.
if you want
And here,
to.
that's totally normal for them to go to.
Totally,
So
totally.
first, okay, logically speaking, first they go to a doctor, and the doctor's like, I don't know, and
I
then they're
don't
like,
have
okay,
medicine
plan
for
B.
you.
So the shaman's like,
Yes.
plan B, and it works.
I mean, if you go to a doctor
Your boyfriend's like
and
nodding his head. He's like, yeah, it worked for me.
yeah, if you go to the doctor and the doctor gives you the medicine, you took the medicine, but it didn't work,
hmm
it's because it's with the shaman.
Because it's beyond. Okay,
Yes.
got it. It has to do with magic or a curse or bad luck.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Right on. Thank you so much. Wait, what's your father's name? So if they ever come, they could come to the
Luis.
university. Luis.
Luis.
Does he have any books out or anything? Where does he teach his classes? Tell us.
In it's called Normal.
Normal.
It's a school that teachers for become a teacher.
Okay, just a regular teacher, not shaman. Just to become a
No,
like a
it's
high school
just
teacher, college teacher.
yes.
So your
It's not a
family is
shaman.
normal. Everyone just believes in this. That's
Yes.
what I like the most. That's awesome. Cool.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.